Hello Gemini, thank you so much for joining me today. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are, and this reading's going to be looking at the energies for you Gemini concerning the full moon that is this Saturday the 31st of October 2020. I'm doing this reading on the 29th of October, but because the energies are already here, the energies for the full moon are already building up really nicely, and they will certainly be around for a few days after the full moon on Saturday. So whenever you watch this reading Gemini, it's the right time for you and it'll be meaningful for you. So I've already done a pre-shuffle of the tarot cards, and I've meditated while I was doing the shuffling, so to get your energies into the cards Gemini. So I'll just do a final shuffle of the Tarot of Dreams. So at the heart here, this is your full moon energy, right at the heart there. So what to learn from the past, all right, what to release, what can be released from the past, and then what you're aware of, what you're not aware of, which is very much the moon, the full moon energies, what's in the shadows, what's clear, but what's in the shadows. And then advice from the universe or spirit or your guides, time too. At the bottom of the pack we have the Magician. This is number 1 in the major arcana of tarot, and the Magician comes forward when to suggest this is about manifestation, manifesting, pulling on the energies of all of the minor arcana, the wands, the pentacles, the cups and the swords, to manifest a new reality for you going forward, or to manifest something within your life at this time Gemini. So let's have a look. Let's just do a final shuffle now of the Light Seers Tarot. And we'll lay these on top in the same order for a little bit of depth and clarity. And at the bottom of this pack we have the Death card. This is about death and rebirth. So something having to finish, to be born anew, if you like, to be reborn. But something needs to be shed, and that's very much part of the energy of the full moon, which is about, what can be released. What can be released, what have we learned from the past that can be released now, ready for going forward anew. Alright, so something about this Magician energy, manifestation. You see the Magician shining his light on. So we've got the symbol of eternity at the back there as well. So things being ongoing. But we'll see, let's see what comes out in your full moon reading Gemini. So right at the heart of your reading we have the Tree of Life and we have the Chariot. And the Tree of Life is about what as below so above, as above so below. And this is our connections, in all ways, our connections with the universal energies, for example, our connections with the earth energies, our connections with family, friends, community, and our internal connections, our DNA, if you like, connections with our ancestors, and how they're all interlinked. So this is right at the heart of your reading. So something about connections, could be about DNA as well, but it's certainly something to do with universal connections, I feel. We can see the galaxies in the background. So the Tree of Life, we are on Earth and our roots are firmly on the Earth, but we're certainly able to tap into universal energies up here. And then there's all the connections in between that. The Chariot is about fast movements, things getting going now, things taking off, you know, charging forward, a very active, energetic card. But it's sort of taking the reins now, taking the reins in some area of your life and charging forward. And this is the clarifier. So it's almost like, and I'm just pulled to the Magician card, where, you know, manifesting, you know, pulling on all different energies to get a good understanding of them and bring them together for going forward. And I feel, you know, this is what this Tree of Life is saying. So something really getting going now concerning the connections in your life now, you know, all the interconnections and the knowledge and wisdom, if you like, surrounding and within all of that. There is still an element with the Chariot, and particularly in this deck, of what you know and what you don't know. So there's lots that you know and you're going forward, but there is still more to learn. So I feel this is, you know, there is saying, you know, you've learned a lot. That's why this Tree of Life has come out right in the heart of your reading. But there is still more to learn, and you're probably aware of that, Gemini, for those of you that this reading is going to have meaning for. So what can you learn from the past? We've got 2 Eight of Wands here from the 2 different decks, so this is quite significant. So something to learn from the past, you know, and bringing it to this time ready for going forward. So it's about communication in all its forms, in all its guises. So, you know, rapid communication, we see the wands coming forward, and you hear they're coming forward very, you know, with all the birds around, birds of communication, bringing messages, and birds of spirit as well. So this is communication in all its guises, because we've got 2 different depictions of the communication. But it's sort of rapid, and with this one, I think, you know, this one is in its purest sense about things moving forward rapidly, communication in particular, which links in with the Chariot card, doesn't it? But I think the clarifier, and this is why it's something you've got to learn from the past, Gemini, the clarifier is when it's scattered. I also think of this one as a sort of internet connections, IT communication, if you like. You can see the sparks of energy going out from the centre, and then it's like these are all different communications, perhaps all different viewpoints, different opinions, that, you know, sparking all this energy in this rapid communication, because communication nowadays is instant, isn't it? And sometimes once we've sent it communication, we can't always get it back. And so, you know, there's an impulse, there's like a pulse connected with this, the energy of this card. And it's almost like if we communicate an impulse, then we may say some things that we don't quite mean to say it that way, for example. Or the next day we may think differently. So I think something to learn from the past for you, Gemini. It's about communication, how rapid it is, how quick it is. And just be mindful about modern day communication and how instant it is, and permanent sometimes, isn't it? So that's something to learn from the past. And because Gemini, you are an air sign, a sword sign, it's very much of the mind. You are very much of the mind, an excellent communicator in your own way, but an excellent communicator and a deep thinker. So it's not a surprise that this is something that has come out for you to learn from the past. Perhaps how you communicate, stars of communication, and the way communication and IT has really picked up a pace, hasn't it? And as I say that, I'm drawn again to the Chariot card and the Tree of Life. And of course the Magician. So, what can you release from the past? What can be released? Well, we've got the 7 of Cups and the Emperor. So the Seven of Cups is when we've got lots and lots of options, lots of choices. You see all the cups here are full, but of all different energies, little creatures. We've got keys. There's all different things within these cups. So this is about having options and opportunities. There is a cup at the centre with the wings here, which is which looks very alluring. So there is something there that, you know, is right at the centre though. So it looks like the one that you would perhaps put your hand out to choose. All right. But it doesn't mean to say that it's the right one. I think that's the message of this card. You know, this is about choices and options. Now, the Emperor energy, particularly within this part, this is about, this is a masculine energy. Doesn't have to be gender specific, but it is a masculine energy, and it's about being in authority, having authority and control over yourself, being comfortable within your own skin. This is the Emperor energy. It can be referring to a masculine energy. It can be referring to somebody who is in a position of power and control and authority. In the negative, that's in the positive. In the negative sense, this is somebody who likes complete control, very egotistical, narcissistic perhaps. But that doesn't mean to say that is the case. That's on the negative side. But on the positive energy of the Emperor, it's just a masculine energy of power, control and authority. Now, this may be referring to somebody, perhaps that I was chosen in the past. A choice was made for an energy like this. Or this could be referring to an energy that you yourself adopted a little bit more than perhaps normal. So you adopted more of your solar plexus energy, chakra energy, which links to the Emperor, which is about having power, control and autonomy within yourself and perhaps around you. But this is something to release. So this is something from the past, perhaps an energy that you adopted or somebody that was in your life in the past, that you chose. You had a choice and you chose this person or this energy. All right, but I feel it's saying now it's time to release that energy. It's time to release this energy, whatever it's referring to, because it perhaps is no longer serving you. And, you know, if we look at what to learn from the past was about styles of communication, you know, perhaps that's linked to an Emperor type style that was little bit controlling and authoritative, possibly for some of you, not for everybody. I'm just throwing all of these possibilities out there for you, but this is certainly something to release from the past, an Emperor type energy of authority that was a choice, but you didn't have to choose that. It was a choice at that time, but it's time to release that. All right, Gemini, I do get there in the end, don't I? Now, what you're aware of now, because with the full moon, it's what we're aware of and what we're not aware of, what's in the shadows and what's in the light. So what you're aware of at this time is the Four of Wands and the King of Swords. And so what you're aware of is that this really secure home life, where there's lots of passion, security, established. It's an established home, and you can see the gates opening. There's beautiful sunlight coming through, lovely golds and reds and yellows and oranges here, within very natural nature surroundings. So it's beautiful energies. And so, you know, this is about an established a home where there's lots of achievements, lots of passion and energy, which is beautiful. Now, the clarifier for this is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is very much a deep thinker, very much of the mind. Now, you are a Swords energy, Gemini, so this could be referring to to your energy. Or it could be referring to somebody connected with you to the Four of Wands energy, the home, the established home. So the King of Swords is a very logical. He thinks things through logically. He's very rational. It doesn't act before thinking first, basically. And there's the Owl of Wisdom there. All right, you can see him looking forward, you know, thinking about something. He's got his sword in his hand, but, you know, he's not ready to use it. He doesn't feel the need to use it at this time. So he's just very relaxed, as you can see, and being very logical within this home environment. So, Gemini, this is either referring to yourself or somebody close to you within this home environment. So this is what you know, right? So what's hidden from you? What's in the shadows at the moment? Well, we have the Palace of Swords and the High Priestess. The Palace of Swords is the home environment it's a home environment where there's lots of thinking, there's lots of intellect, communication, higher thoughts, deep thinking, clear communication, truth, the need for truth and clarity. So it's that sort of an energy that's come through for you. So this is what's hidden from you at the moment. The High Priestess, as a clarifier. Now, this is the High Priestess. This is the higher. This is part of your higher self, Gemini. You see her third eye chakra is lit up there. She's very connected to the universal energies, to the moon energies. You see the crescent moon there on her crown chakra. So very, very in tune, very intuitive. She sees she has her eyes closed there, so she's tapping into her inner wisdom, into her higher wisdom. The High Priestess also holds secrets, and part of the depiction of here is that she's trying to find something out. She's looking into things and trying to get the answers to certain things or certain situations. So she's tapping into a higher self to find something out. And it's within this Palace of Swords, this Palace of communication. Now, when the palaces come forward, they generally reflect a home environment, but they don't have to. It could be work environment, but often it's home environment. Now, the palaces can change according to your energy. So within our homes, at different times, it could be the Swords energy that is dominant. Another time it could be the Cups energy of love and relationships and emotions that is dominant. And even another time it could be the Pentacles, Palace of Pentacles, that's dominant in your life, because it's about money and career and work and practical matters. All right. And then even another time it could be the Wands energy, the Palace of Wands, which is about passion and creativity and movement and change. So what this full moon energy is saying, that this is something hidden from you at the moment, is that within your home environment, it's going to be very much coming in. It's going to be very much about communication, deep thinking of the higher mind, sorting things out, thinking things through, using your logic, but not just yourself, Gemini, perhaps others within the home environment, others who have the ruler Mercury or the Swords energy, or they are ruled with their mind, very much deep thinkers. So, there's this energy and of, going within, meditating, tapping into the higher mind. So this may not just be referring to yourself, Gemini. This could be referring to other members of the household at this time. A lot of, trying to find things out, deep thinking, tapping into your higher, to your intuition, to your higher self. So advice from the universe at this time for you, Gemini, we've got the Temperance card, Major Arcana, and the Fool, which is another Major Arcana. So 2 Major Arcana, so significant messages for you from the universe. The Temperance card, this is about having patience while you achieve balance. It also brings in healing as well. So you can see the planets in the background there, and they see the angel now is trying to achieve balance between the fire energy, wands, which is about passion, energy, activity, movement and change. And linking this with the rainbow is the water element, which is about our emotions. Also with the blue, it's about our intellect as well, so the swords energy and the cups energy. So what the universe is saying at this time, this is a time of moderation, all things in moderation, giving yourself time to achieve balance between the different energies going on, swirling around you. Because within this reading, I can see we've got all different energies here. We've got wands energies, and we have swords energies here. We've got quite a few major arcanas. The Chariot's a major arcana. The High Priestess is major arcana. The Emperor is a major arcana card. And now we've got 2 more major arcana. So when the major arcanas come out, this is about something important for you to take note of. It's significant. Now, the clarifier for the Temperance is the Fool, and the Fool is the Fool's journey through the major arcana. The Fool is right at the beginning of the major arcana, and the Fool is about a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, perhaps going in a new direction, whatever it means. You see the lady, she's holding a crystal out for the universal energies and the water energies to come up, the earth energies, to give her guidance about which way to go forward. So with that links in really with what's coming in that you're not aware of, which is tapping into your higher self, your higher wisdom, which you will be doing. And so you're going to be, as you have time to achieve, for things to be a bit calm around you, for healing, temperance, moderation and balance, achieving balance. You're going to be looking at, having a new beginning in some area, taking a leap of faith in some area. All right, it could be anything, could be something different for all of you, Gemini. Now, something else the universe wants to say to you is we have the Wheel and the 10 of Wands. And the Wheel, this is the Wheel of Destiny, the Wheel of Fortune, and it's turning in your favour, Gemini. So it's definitely turning for you now, and this is what the universe wants to say to you. It's turning and going forward. If you're into numerology, we've got the number 4 here, so do look up the meaning for you of the number 4. But the Wheel of Destiny, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favour, and the clarifier is a 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands in its purest sense is when we've got a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, a lot of burdens and responsibility that we're carrying, but there's too many, so we're going to have to either drop them all or share them, distribute the responsibility. In this particular deck, we see the woman, she has her bags packed, and she's got an oxen here that is carrying part of her load, and they're coming down the hill, if you like, so which represents things getting easier and the load being shared. So you're dropping a lot of responsibility, if you like, and burdens, and you're sharing them as you go forward, because the Wheel of Destiny is moving you forward in this direction. All right, so so this is something else that the universe wants to say to you. So this is a lovely reading. Some beautiful cards come out for you, some lovely messages for you, Gemini. I'm just going to draw one more. I'm just drawn, before I do that, I'm just drawn to one of the cards that came out at the bottom of the deck, was the Death and Rebirth card, wasn't it? So that seems to be coming out a little bit, quite a bit in this reading, doesn't it? And the Magician about manifesting a different reality going forward. So one more card for Gemini, please. This full moon reading, Saturday the 31st of October 2020 or thereabouts. One more message, please. Please make it clear. Make it clear. Make it clear for Gemini. You hear the birds singing quite loudly outside. Alright Gemini, you're protected by angels. Beautiful. Absolutely fabulous. You are cherished by the angels. Alright, don't worry. Don't worry, you are being guided, Gemini. For some of you, you are being guided and protected. There's Archangel Michael, the protector. So do communicate with Archangel Michael. Ask for his protection as you go forward. Imagine a beautiful royal blue band of protection around your home, around your garden, around your space, and ask him to remove any negative energies that may be around. And he will do. And it doesn't take long just to communicate with him. But a beautiful angel, and you are protected, Gemini. Beautiful. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading's had meaning for you. It certainly will for some of you, not for all of you, although the energies are still the same. So it's to a greater or a lesser degree that the energies are around for you, Gemini, according to the position of the planets at the time of your birth. But I've enjoyed doing the reading, and thank you so much for joining me. Good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.